to Angel's Crafts. I'm so sorry I haven't been around for a while. I had a lot of technical difficulties getting videos sorted. Today I'm going to be doing some skulls that I've got in for an order. I do apologise if my voice sounds rough. Here I have a 3-tier skull and the skull with the snakes on it. I'll also be doing a little giraffe for the order as well. It's going to be pink and purple. The 3-tier skull is going to be plain purple, and the snake and skull even is going to be golden green, and the skull itself is going to be black. Yeah, I had a lot of technical difficulties trying to get my video sorted. For a while, I couldn't get it up onto the computer, and then when I finally managed to get it onto the computer, it wouldn't load. You know, all the boring technical stuff. And as you can see, I'm off screen already. I have no idea what I'm doing. This was filmed like 4 weeks ago. And it's been, I think it's been 3 weeks trying to get it set up. But this is me just showing you the skulls, the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil mould. And I'm using the Let's Resin Chameleon powder. And I'm using the Let's Resin Gold. I'm so sorry, I'm sick. You need to forgive me, please. And there's the Let's Resin Chameleon powder in green, which is the 2 colours I'm going to be doing the snake. And here's a little tiny giraffe. You'll have seen him on a previous video. And this time I'm going to be using the Sigwong pink and the Sigwong purple. Brain's not working today. I'm going to put these out the road and I'll get started on the skull and snake first. Let's just adjust the camera, make sure everything's in shot. And I'm gonna quickly jump to a turned inside out skull. Makes it easier to dust the snake because it's quite detailed and it's all the roundabout and roundabout. I'm sure you've seen the skull in one of my other videos as well. I'm going to start with gold on the head end of the first part of the snake, and then just got to make sure I get into all the little nooks and crannies and details. That's the head area of the skull. Duh. Of course the head area is a skull. That's the head area of the snake. Just burnishing it all in to make sure it's nice and shiny, and cleaning up as I'm going along. And what we'll do here is in a minute I'll have Ray edit it and he can slip in some music. That way you're not sitting through this long process. And I'll be back momentarily.
Golden scales like the sun's embrace, silver whispers in the moonlit space, emerald flames that dance and sway, a prism breath, it melts the grey. Dragon resin, it glows, it gleams, painted by angels in endless dreams. Shifting hues, a life untamed, every shade a world renamed. Ruby fire, it burns so deep, sapphire rivers that never sleep, amethyst skies, a twilight hue, the spectrum bends, the old and new. What if light could sing, could roar, a kaleidoscope heart forevermore. Angels craft their secret art, colors born to heal, to start. Dragon resin, it glows, it gleams, painted by angels in endless dreams. Shifting hues, a life untamed, every shade a world renamed. A world renamed. A world renamed. What if light could sing, could roar, a kaleidoscope heart forevermore. Angels craft their secret art, colors born to heal, to start.
Well, that's that skull finished. I'm just gonna give him a little clean up my desk, and I'll bring in the big purple one. Well, the big 3-tier skull, even. And this is too long to turn inside out. So I'm just gonna put my brush all the way down to the bottom. And this is the purple from Let's Resin. Yeah, that's the one I said. Let's Resin's chameleon powder. Trying to show you there on the screen, but it's not doing very well. What I'll do is I'll go down into the bottom of there, swirl it around, and then I'll put it back on another passy forwardy bit in a moment. And there you go, clever as usual, off camera. I'm good at that. And this one really doesn't take that long to do it in the fast forward, so I'll just talk over it. This 3D skull, I think I got it on Temu. About 2 years ago, and it's meant to be a handle mold, I think. So it's nice and flexible and soft, but too thick and long. No, my brain's not working. It's too thick a silicone, turning inside out. But see, there you go, I'm already done with a 3-tier skull. I do give my little brushes a swish in the swishy pad. The little giraffe. The last time I did it, I didn't squidge his horns, and I ended up with one missing horn. But I'm just going to do this little guy in some shades of purple and pink, and I will then separate a little bit of the resin and do a different colour. I'm not going to put black behind these colours because they're too light for a black. It'll just make it look too dark. And it's for a little girl. So it needs to be a nice light colour. I'll just maybe stick a little bit of the pink Sigwong in there and mix it in with the clear resin, and that way it's not going to be too dark. What I'll do is I'll fast forward and skip the bone bits, and then I will come back and give my 2 cents worth as it needs to be. So just enjoy some music for now, and from there I'll be back momentarily again. And here, clean up my swishy brush, and then I'll mix up my 1-to-1 resin. Oh, my brain's dying today. Oh, there we go. Oh, and in the top corner you'll see another mould. It was sitting by the side and it was bugging me because I knew what it was meant to be, but I'd never poured it, so I wanted to give it a try. Since it was sitting there, I just powdered that with some blue-green mixture on the bottom part and a little bit of gold around the base. I'm going to make up 12 ounces using the Tea Expert 1-to-1 Crystal Clear. And everyone knows how all this goes. I think I was making up 12 fluid ounces. I'm so sorry about my voice. 12 fluid ounces of part 12 fluid ounces, so 6 of part A and 6 of part B. My brain doesn't work at the best of times, and it's not doing very well while I've been sick either. So when you're mixing up your resin, always make sure you scrape your sides, scrape your bottom, and give a nice stir for about 4 minutes. Now, as you saw, quick jump. Resin's all mixed up. I put some in a cup. For the little giraffe. And shocker, that's what I thought was a nice small amount of resin ended up being way too much. So we get an extra out of the pink resin. Which you won't see until the glamour shots, I'm afraid. Because leaving all of that in would have made the video way too long. So mixed up the pink in this small amount of resin that I took out from the rest. And I'll pour the little giraffe with this. Oh my brain. Oh my days. Yeah. I think I should go back to bed. But here we are. Never mind. I'll put some, let's pour some resin in here. I went just under halfway so that I could get the bubbles on his nose. And the first thing I do, make sure I squidge those little horns, because I don't want to end up with a missing horn, or I'll have a very sad little girl when she gets her little giraffe. But don't worry, resin's not a toy for children. It's going to be up on our shelf, so it'll be there for display and not for usage to play with, so I don't need to worry about her chewing on it, as most young children do. But I'm gonna sorry. I'm giving the ears a good little squidgy as well. And that turned up little nose. As you can see, the bubble just doesn't seem to want to leave it. But I get it eventually. And then I'll top up the rest. And then I'll jump to the black resin being used. Because, as I says, I cut out the portion of me pouring the little extra. It's a little picture frame thing. But you will see it at the end. I know you asked me, just realising way too much resin. But I need to make sure it's at all the edges, because I don't want this to be sharp. Not that it would be a big problem, because I could always just give it a little file with a file, or use my deburn tool to fix it. So that's that one done. And then, look, see, I think I poured 100 mils into that little tub, and it used about 40 for the little giraffe. And there we go. Clean up again. As you can see, as I'm cleaning up, that tall skull tier is very wobbly. So on the off chance that the table gets bumped, I do put support stuff behind it so that it stays standing. Oh, see, look there, I do show that one. I thought I'd cut that bit out, but no. I fast forwarded it instead. Sorry, I didn't. Hubby did, because he's the editor. But yeah, I just used up the rest of that pink into the little frame mould. It's quite cute, and I'm sure I could use that on a mixed media project at some point. And the two little tiny dinky frames in the middle are quite cute. But as you see, still had too much resin left over. I sort of filled up this little Sugarcraft flower mould, which I can use those on a mixed media project as well, because I'm sure I still have some black ones as well that I could use on something. I am going to give my voice a rest for a little minute or two, and I'll just let Ray put in some music from here for a little bit, and I will be back. As you can see, I've already poured some of the black in behind the snake skull, and I was giving it a good squeeze just to dislodge any bubbles at the eye socket area and the cheekbones. I fill this up. I'll give it a little spray isopropyl alcohol if any bubbles pop up, and then I'll keep an eye on that one while I'm doing the rest. As you can see, it didn't make up enough resin for the rest of it. So once I pour out the rest of what's in the tub, I'll just put it into this rose hand thing, which you won't see any demo, but there will be glamour shots for this one as well. I'll give it a good squidgy widgy roundabout, because as it says, I've never poured this one before, so I don't know where there's going to be any trap bubbles. I know there's a bit of a 45-degree angle. No, there's some angles down at the bottom, and the fingers, just to stop any air bubbles in there. and that way it's a nice clean, hopefully bubble free piece. I'm going to stop waffling now and let you just listen to some of my music, and I'll be back as soon as my brain unfreezes.
Whispers of light in the velvet sky, soft wings of clouds as they drift by, a touch of grace unseen but near. The world grows quiet, no need to fear. Heavenly angelic, you're the glow I see, floating through the silence where the stars don't speak. Heavenly angelic, you carry me away in your arms of light. I'll forever stay. Silver moon hums a lullaby tune, shadows dance beneath the gentle room, the halo's warmth, it lights the air. Every breath feels lighter there. Close your eyes, let it flow. Feel the pull, let it show. Heavenly angelic, you're the glow I see.
Okay, as you can see, I'm back with my second load of resin, and when you look at that, by the magic of editing, I now have white gloves on. I had to take my gloves off because they got dead sticky, and I didn't want to touch my phone with my hands, so I had to change my gloves. As you saw, I done quite a bit of squidgy widgying, because there's a little bit of detail round about the fingers. There's a snake wrapped round them, and there's some roses at the bottom here. So I didn't want to have any trap bubbles, so I'm just leaning that one against the skull because I don't want it to fall over. And as it was sitting upright, I noticed that it wasn't quite level, so I am going to pour the big majority back into this 3-tier skull mould and give it lots of squidgying around the heads, because the eyes aren't as big as the ones on the big moulds, but I just want to make sure that there's no bubbles all over the place. And I will finish topping him up. I'll finish topping the rose up once I get Oh, look, bubbles. Look at that, you're very easily distracted. Small minds are easily amused, as they say. But just giving that a good squeeze to get rid of all the bubbles out of it. And then I'll top up the hand and rose, and I'll then finish off the 3-tier skull. Or vice versa. I can't remember. As I says, it's been a while since I've done this video. And yeah, I should have watched it through before I'd done the voiceover, so that I know exactly what I'm doing. But there again, tried that before. Didn't help. I still kept getting confused. I'm trying to find some supports to hold up. Don't really have many tall things on the desk. That's the Decoron Black pigment paste and the J-Diction resin Crete wax. No, not wax. Gloss. Yeah. As you can see, that's them both almost completely full. And I have extras because simple minds are easily confused as well as amused, and I made up way too much. So I will, as it goes, make some more little extras which you won't see until the glamour shots. I think it's only 2. I can't remember. I'm sure it's only 2. Yeah, that's not sounding right, so there we go, we're back again. Now the one in the top right hand corner is one that I was using as a drip mould, so I finished topping him up. And all those bits at the bottom there are all the extras, but I won't demold them on camera because this thing's already long enough. But there you go. And first things first, let's demold the 3-tier skull. There's a little bit of don't know what that was, but I'll fast forward this part as well, but I will continue talking. I won't bore you too much, I hope. Just saves the video being practically all music. And got stuck on the last part of the skull. Couldn't get it, but there you are, look at that. I wouldn't say he's shiny. I think it's pretty matte. It's got a little bit of overpour, but with that I'll just, at the minute, pick it off. But I'll clean it up. But that's the purple 3-tier skull. You hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. And that's me just doing a little check around. And there are no bubbles. Yeah, the little eye sockets are where you usually tend to get bubbles on this one, but no bubbles. As you can see, I have already demolded the giraffe as well. This is the snake skull. He is being a little awkward, but clean up the side of the mould. Didn't have to use any alcohol in this one. But there you go. As you can see, just by the eye socket, is it the eye socket? Yeah. I have blended the green and gold together a bit so that it looks like it's transitioning from a gold snake to a green snake, but in technicality it is all one snake. And no bubbles round the teeth and the eyes. So I'm very happy with that. And as of this voiceover part now, the order should have arrived with oh, look, a little bubble under the snake. I forgot about that. I do fix it, I know that. I remember fixing it now. But here's the glamour shots coming up. If you've stuck around this long, oh my god, well done you. You deserve a blooming medal for putting up with me today. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Comment if you so wish. It would be nice to hear from you. Bye for now.